What's going on, everybody? It's Bipolar Bear. Thank you all so much for checking out another video. And what I want to talk to you about today, nay, what I want to ask you to do today, is stop doing this in DMZ, and we'll be perfectly good friends. Let's get some gameplay. Let's get straight into it. So, DMZ is a fun mode, but it can also be the source of a lot of frustration. Now, usually the best way to play this mode is definitely with friends and people that you know, people who you can communicate with. And that's all well and good if the friends that you trust are online and you've got a squad there to play with. But if not, and you really fancy some DMZ, you have to take a trip into the world of randos. Now, this can be mainly a curse, sometimes a blessing. I've met a couple of decent people there, actually. But generally, you're going to be up shit creek and a poo canoe in a river of piss. So, this is my one request. If you have to squad fill, if you have to be the third, or whatever it may be, I've got no problem being the third, I don't mind. But the first thing they do as soon as I get on there is, hello, anyone there? Anybody talking? As soon as I hear nobody talking, I'm heading straight to the fucking exfil, dude. I'm just not having it. It's as simple as that. Like, I'm not having it when, you know, I've come in there with either a 2-plate or a 3-plate. I've got the big backpack on because you can't change that out. Alright, you just can't. So I wish if I got like a big large backpack back, I could just like drop it and swap it for a small one. Or if I had a 3-plate vest, I could just drop it and then just swap it for a 1. And then, you know, when I've got it for when I want to play with my friends later, I can just boot that on, put on my self-res and all the rest of it, and then we can just go crack on and have a good time. No, you're forced to take that shit in there with you again. And every other time that you go in there, you have got to take the frickin'... You just got to take whatever you have in that regard, whether it be the large backpack, whether it be the 3-plate armor, whether it be the self-revive, the kill streak, whatever it may be along them lines. The only thing that you can swap out and leave behind is your key and your weapons. And yeah, that's a bugger. It is a bugger. It's a big bugger. Because, like I say, when you go in with randoms, I've got no problem helping people out. But if you're not willing to communicate, then I'm just not interested. I didn't make the effort to go out and get these things, hold on to them, and get them back, and go in and out again, just to lose them with Bumblecunt A and Bumblecunt B, because they don't want to speak. If you don't want to speak, play Invasion, play Battle Royale solos, play something else. Alright, you need teamwork in this. You need to communicate. And another thing, if I'm going to stop asking you to do stuff, and at this point, I've already made my mind up. Basically, to them, what I've done is I've tagged up a contract. I was kind of thinking, you know what, you can go your own way, that's fine. But I'm gonna have to play this as smart as possible, and I'm just gonna have to like just sneak my way around, going from point to point, cover to cover, and just kind of keep my testicles crossed that I didn't run into an enemy team. But speaking of running in, oh my god, how many deaths can actually be avoided by common fucking sense? Now, granted, first few days of this mode being out, we were all just like, should we be stealthy? Should we be quiet? Should we try and you go one side, I'll go the other side, and pincer? No! We all went, Leroy Jenkins! Raj! And that was fine. It was fine. It was fun. But now we know how the mode works, I think we could all kind of come to some agreement that we should tone that shit down just a little bit. I mean, it's just frustrating, man. Like I say, I don't want to come across as a dickhead here. And I know for a while that I am. But I don't want to come across that way. Because, you know, I went into this and, like I say, I've earned my stuff. I've got my stuff and I know very well that I can lose it. And I can lose it in a heartbeat if I don't play my cards right. And I don't want to have them... if I lose them off my own bat, then that's fine. I've got no problem with that. If I make a mistake, if I go charging into a room, if I get flanked, if I get shot at... That's fine. I've earned this stuff. I've got the right to lose the stuff. That should be my fucking decision, right? Not the decision of my teammates, who I don't know, will never meet again, and then have the audacity to turn up in a mode like this and not fucking talk. It's infuriating. So you're probably thinking, now, that guy's down. What if he had something? Should have spoke. Should have spoke up at the beginning. I gave him plenty of opportunity early doors to talk. I was just lighting that microphone up. Hello, anyone, any of you pair, like, fucking listening to me? Nothing, just did silence back. I was like, well, this is going to be fucking fun. Just so you know, your sisters are all sucking off, you know, like, you're just playing an absolute horrible arsehole in the chat, just to trying to prompt a response. And I was getting nothing, and they just weren't interested. I know they were fucking there. They were talking. They had the little microphone thing in the corner. And nobody wants to be my friend. I wonder why. And it's just infuriating, man. How many times, like, if you played DMZ and you played as a solo player and you kind of gone in there wanting to talk to people and nobody's answered, it's just infuriating, man. So my revenge on this is, you're like, you know what? I'm going to take it into my own hands. Oh, I had a challenge to do. I had to go repair the quad, or repair some vehicles and put petrol in them and stuff like that. So I was like, yeah, kill 2 birds, repair that, refuel that, banging. That's one closer to my contract. And I'm just going to exfil, and I'm going to take my LMG, and I'm going to take my 3-plate armor, and I'm going to take my large backpack, and I'm going to get the fuck out of Dodge. I know I had a couple of different contracts here and there and stuff that I had to take out with me. It's like, oh, cool, I'll go grab them. And then, oh, that guy's down. It's a shame. If he was fucking talking in the first place, I'd have quite happily gone and picked him up. But no bother. I'm just gonna escort myself out. I don't care. And the thing is, this could have gone wrong. This could have gone badly south if people had kind of come hunting for me. If the AI and the bots had got on top of me, because the bots are no joke in this mode either, man. This is what I mean. If the bots were just mainly cannon fodder and a couple of hard ones, and I don't think I'd be as probably salty about it. But they're not, you know, they come in numbers and they will gank you, and they will gank you quickly, and they can take you out. And honestly, they give zero fucks neither. They'll quite happily shit in your face and jizz in your mouth. And that's a lovely image for you. But that's the way of this game. That's how it works. It is brutal, and if you want to get out, and if you want to keep your stuff, you've got to be brutal as well. So I bid farewell to my 2 teammates, 2000, and I believe that's 3, and KJ90. Thanks for being fucking useless. So I thought, you know what, bollocks to you, I'm getting the fuck out of Dodge. You guys do whatever the fuck you want, just do not involve me with it.